I'm switching it up. This channel is going to be more specific and less general because my passion is really about preventing cancer. It all started 9 years ago when my dad, who I adored, we practiced dentistry together for many years, was diagnosed with lung cancer, which was very unusual. He didn't smoke, none of our family smoked, and we didn't have the radon. I had the radon checked in the house. That's the second most common cause of lung cancer. So it was kind of a mystery why he even had lung cancer. But I moved in with he and my mom, took care of him for months, was there with him when he died. It really impacted me. I had so many different emotions. If any of you have experienced a loved one suffering with cancer and dying with cancer, maybe you can relate, but I felt, of course, very sad. I felt scared. I thought, what if this is genetic? What if I get cancer? I was afraid for my children. My children are grown, but I was afraid, I don't want to have cancer and have my children watch me suffer and die. I also just felt really guilty. I'm not a physician. I'm a dentist, but I also have a master's in public health with a concentration in health behaviors. And I kind of prided myself on being a health conscious person. My dad didn't want to give up. He wanted to live. And I couldn't figure out how to help him. So after he died and I kind of processed it a little bit, I just really spent a lot of time trying to figure this out. And really my quest was to find out how to make our bodies less friendly to the development of cancer. Some people have a gene for different kinds of cancers, and for those people, they're more likely to get it. And for all I know, I have a gene for cancer. But just because you have the gene doesn't mean that you're going to get it. Health behaviors really have more impact, and thus it's just a specific genetic predisposition. For the most part, even if you have certain genes, there are ways to modify the way those genes express. That's called epigenetics. There's a whole field of science about that. My quest was about how to make my body and the bodies of my family and friends less friendly to the development of cancer. And in the process of digging into the research, listening to experts' podcasts, going to conferences, you name it. I was listening to books all the time on Audible. I really discovered that it's about the pillars of health, really, which is so interesting because the pillars of health, leveraging those, optimizing those, that's the framework for preventing all kinds of diseases like diabetes and heart disease and Alzheimer's disease. So it's really about eating the right foods, getting good exercise, movement every day. And that doesn't mean you have to go to the gym. You can just take a nice walk, brisk walk every day. It's also about managing your stress well, getting good sleep. And then you could also include avoiding substances like smoking, and then things like joy and purpose. When someone has purpose in their life and joy in their life, that really is very important for our well-being, not just our mental, spiritual well-being, but also our physical well-being, and having healthy, loving relationships. So all of those pillars of health are really the foundation of protecting ourselves from all kinds of diseases. But I'm going to hone in from now on cancer, because that's where I feel like I can really help you the most. That's where I've spent the most time, really years. Then there are some specific things about cancer that are a little bit different than all other diseases. So next time you join me, we're going to dive into how to make our bodies less friendly for cancer to grow. If you would like to receive my free checklist on the pillars of health, please click the link below in the description, or you can just comment checklist and I will send you that free checklist helping you through leveraging the pillars of health to help protect your body, keep you healthy. I hope to see you on the next video.